So Ulrich says, yes, we signed the contract, el contrato, you know what I'm saying? And it was really cool that we got to sign it. And we're all like super excited. And it's surreal that we are getting to go to Los Angeles, California and record a record with a Grammy nominated producer. Like, I'm sorry, what? Just hold on a second. We went from being in the downs to being able to go drive out to Los Angeles and record with such a prestigious, wonderful man. I mean, that was just amazing. And that's when the pressure set in. That's when Logan called me one day and hit me with the most resounding question I think I've ever been asked, ever. So the lineup around this time was kind of confusing. It was still Logan on guitar and vocals, and Noe was on drums, and I was on bass. But I was kind of thinking to myself, who the heck is going to play the solos? How are we going to make that work? I guess we'll just make it work. And I mean, that's just when Logan called me. I mean, I was in the middle of a gym. I was changing into my swim trunks. And he calls me and he's like, hey man, how's it going? I'm like, I'm great. How are you? And I'm like, I am great. Would you like to be the lead guitar player of Kenton Place? And that just completely shook through my entire system. It reverberated and all of my organs felt every fiber of that question. I was just like, I mean, I was like worried, nervous, and so excited at the same time. Why, you may ask, is because I had been playing bass for the band for 3 years now. I had not seriously played a guitar for 3 years. And so for this long, for me to have not been playing guitar and for me to all of a sudden become the lead guitar player was like, holy schmoly, I'm going to have to relearn the instrument and teach myself solos and make up solos on like in the span of 6 months. And this was while I was working a full-time job at Home Depot that I just picked up. I also just transferred to U of H and I was full-time enrolled. And I was also giving guitar lessons. So I was doing all these things and somehow I managed to squeeze out 2 hours of practice on my instrument every single day. I was cranking it out and I have never worked for something so hard in my life. I managed to reteach myself all my techniques and I managed to write solos. The one thing that I want to like drill into everybody's head is how hard I worked to learn the Halley's Comet solo. The Halley's Comet solo was my demon. Every single day, I was trying to battle it. Why? You may ask, because there was no available tabs. And this solo is very particular because, I mean, it just has a very signature way of sounding. And I was just, everybody was like, yeah, man, you're going to play the Halley's Comet solo. I was like, yeah, I'm going to play the Halley's Comet solo. Oh, my God. Oh, God. How am I going to do it? Right. So in order to make it work, I had to go on the YouTube music video and adjust the speed. Basically listen to it. By the way, when you slow a video down that much to 0.25%, it doesn't sound good. You just kind of have to make it work, you know what I'm saying? So I had to do this for hours and hours on end on every little second of the guitar going like I just couldn't understand what the fuck it was saying, and I just kind of put it together and I made it work. And I did this for 6 months straight until I finally got it. And there were some days where I just wanted to throw my guitar out the window because I just could not stand hearing the shit one more time, playing the shit one more time. But I eventually got it and I was so happy with it. And I actually love it now and it's my favorite. This song in particular has a special place in my heart for the way that it turned out because this is literally the hardest work I've ever put into anything ever. And I'm glad that it turned out the way it did because now I am the lead guitar player and I could not be happier in the position that I'm in.